want it to work brilliantly every single time, right? So no matter how big the pieces are, the steak will it just goes through it like it is butter. I'll do it even slower. See that?
Yeah.
It just cuts through that fillet so beautifully and so simply. Now, the whole purpose of a steak knife is to make sure that that cutting experience is easy, right? If you think about it, I own a steakhouse, I own multiple restaurants, and whenever you serve meat, you don't want the customer to be sawing away at his steak because then he thinks to himself, oh, what a terrible piece of meat I have here. You want to make it really simple. You want to be able to cut it up into the piece sizes that you want, and it should be really, really simple, just like that. Okay, now the handle is really beautiful. It's sort of a non-slip handle, so you'll be able to hold on to that beautifully. And you know, like I said, whether the steak's well done, medium rare, it is just gonna slice through it every single time just as beautifully.
That's the steak knife, guys.
This is a steak knife.
Imagine what the Santoku is gonna do when you go to chop everything.
Look at that.
$29.95 for your set of 4 steak knives. I would grab a couple of sets of these. They will make your table. It is jewelry for your table, but it's high functioning jewelry. This is jewelry that's really gonna look so beautiful, and that it's really gonna make a difference in everything you cook. You don't wanna spend all that money on that beautiful steak or lobster for that matter, and then just completely saw it to death and hack it up.
I mean, even look at this big New York strip steakhouse.
And this is not, you cut through that, and I was thinking, oh, that must be a filet. It's not a filet. That is a strip, which tends to have a little bit more toughness to it.
A little bit more toughness. Look, if I get this in the right spot and just show it to you one more time.
Amazing.
I mean, watch, the entire New York strip just goes straight through like that. It really is. And to be honest, if I wanted to show this off, I'd use well done steak because it's easier to cut through. But the medium rare has a little bit more chew to it or a little bit more juiciness to it. With the right knife, you'll be able to cut through it. Now, I went to Seki, where they actually make the samurai sword knives. You see that hammered finish? That is distinct of those samurai sword makers. That scalped finish is such a beautiful finish because it doesn't tear. A serrated knife will actually tear at meat, where the scalped knife just slices perfectly through it every single time.
That is so beautiful.
So easy.
So easy and affordable, $29.95. We really do have a very special value for you today on the steak knives, and as well as particularly on your Santoku, which I think is like a half price sale today. It comes with your sheath. It comes in a gift box. The gift box, the presentation